Okay, this Father Christmas light up canvas wall art is going out. That costs 25p, sold within a couple of weeks for £11.99. Then we've got these J2O Blends tumbler glasses, 4 of them. They cost 3p and sold within about 16 hours, and they sold for £29.99. So keep your eyes peeled for those if you're out and about.
Let's have a look at them, shall we?
They're like etched with fruit designs on, and they've got J2O on the front.
Difficult to see through the plastic.
Then we've got this vintage ceramic decorative plate. That's like for wall art. It's got wire on the back to hang. That costs 3p, sold within a couple of weeks for £15.72. Then the Owlbirds ornament, that cost 25p, sold within a couple of weeks for £19.99. Then we've got these vintage Mitterteich Bavaria dinner plates, 4 of them. They cost 70p and have taken about 15 months to sell for £10.93. We've still got another set. Shame they didn't buy those as well, but glad to see the back of those. Then we've got these Allied and Axis combat tanks and heavy artillery magazines by Peter Chamberlain. They were free from a house clearance and sold for £15.99 within about a month. Then we've got these 2 vintage brass candlestick holders. They cost 3p for the pair, sold within about a week for £19.99. Then this vintage table tennis set, including a butterfly case and a shield crop bat and Dunlop bits.
What's that mean?
I don't know. Cost don't know why I put 25p and then £2.50 because it didn't cost 25p. Because I'm doing all this Christmas stuff and the cost price is 25p, I'm just like on autopilot and typing 25p all the time.
Yeah, but I remember when we got them, but I don't remember where they came from.
They came from Barbados, Barbados. They cost £2.50 and sold for £17.47 within a couple of weeks. Then we've got this vintage photo frame, walnut style wood, 7 by 5 inches. That cost 50p, sold within 2 months for £11.39. Then this vintage Brabantia food warmer. It's got a tree design on the side. Some of them have got different designs on. This costs 3p, sold within about 5 weeks for £12.79. And then these Vivid Arts Eskimo figurines, one's in blue, one's in green. They cost 25p for the pair, sold within a couple of weeks for £18.49. This is predominantly vintage apart from one thing. So we have got these Noma 19-metre twinkling Christmas lights. They cost 25p, sold within 2 months for £9.99. Then we've got Not Christmas, Mills and Boon 4 books, cost 3p, sold for £1.79 within 8 months. They were just like thin ones left over from huge bundles that we sold really quickly. Then we've got these Vivid Arts hanging snowball decorations made of resin. They cost 25p and sold for £19.99 within a month. Then we've got these vintage ceramic nativity figures. They cost 25p, sold for £13.50 in like 2-3 days. Then we have this winter doormat, cost 25p, sold for £2.49 also in a couple of days. We have these hideous antique Christmas dolls. They cost 25p and sold for £15 within a month. This lint wooden sleigh cost 25p, sold for £2.99 in less than a month. This lovely fibre optic vintage snowman light cost 25p, sold for £19.99 within 3 months.
These are all buyer-pays posts, so we're not paying postage on these.
Yeah, and then these white standing reindeer lights, 2 of them, never been used, still in their box. They cost 25p, sold for £18 within 2 months. We've got these more light bulbs, 111.
Cost 56p, I think, or 52p, whatever it is, and sold for £12.49.
58p.
Oh, yeah.
Then we've got these 4 Christmas shelf sitting figurine ornament things, plush. This pair cost 25p, sold for £12.79, and this pair cost 25p and sold for £12.79. Both sets sold within a month.
These are going to either a YouTube viewer or a follower, subscriber of our eBay shop, because They took advantage of the 30% off, but they forgot to use a coupon, so I'm going to apply the refund after they've been shipped.
Vintage JAJ Pyrex bowls going out, market garden design. That cost 3p 2.5 months ago and sold for £11.69. Then we've got this vintage bamboo style tiki frame mirror. It's cost 3p, sold within 6 weeks for £26.39. Then we've got these vintage dinner plates, 2 of them with a botanical design. One's yellow, the other one's pink. You can't see it because they're wrapped. They cost 44p for the pair, and they sold for £9 in about 6 months. And then we've got another 4-pack of Mega Man SU115 light bulbs going out. They cost 58p and sold for £11.19.
Handily, I've already got one packed because someone ordered and then cancelled. Oh, whilst packing, just sold these 2 sets of 100 LED 5 metre lights. Cost 25p each, so 50p into 37.98 in around 6 weeks. These are Bakugan, Battle Brawlers. There's 10 of them and there's some cards in there. They cost 3p about a month ago and they sold for £19.99. We've got this vintage Kate Greenaway trinket dish, soap dish, blah blah blah. Cost 3p again. That's sold in about 6 months for £8.84. Now we've got this big, got to zoom out for this one, centerpiece bowl tray, wood. It's like layered wood or something. It is breakable, so I've got to be careful with it. That cost 3p. That's sold in a month and that's sold for £18.74. Next up is this vintage Royal Albert Four Seasons winter plate from 1989. That cost 3p. That's just sold in a couple of days for £13.99. We sold this Sainsbury's old biscuit tin. It's empty. We've had this ages. So we've had this for around about 18 months and it's finally sold for £6.39. Was it really worth selling for £6.39? Well, not really, but it's gone. It just sat around. So there we go. That cost 28p. Next up is this snowman figurine. Christmas ornament, decoration, red, white, 25 centimetres, sparkly, sort of plush, but like with a foam. I think it's like a foam. Yeah, it's kind of got a solid tummy. Cost 25p, sold in a couple of days for £9.99. And next up we've got this vintage lead crystal jug, 1.5 litre sort of water jug. That cost 3p, sold in about a month for £19.99. An Action Man with a parachute, cost 3p, sold in about a month. We did put it on auction, started at £4.99, no one bought it. I listed it, buy it now, and it's gone for £14.99. This light up star Christmas decoration, it's quite large. It cost 25p, sold on Vinted for £12 in about a month, and that is what it looks like when it's lit up.